Don't drive on South Fork Road with a tail light out, not wanting to block the road. I pulled ahead and off to the side to wait for the cop to give me a hard time about the tail light. But as the lights got closer, I realized they were not slowing down. My first thought was that he was responding to an emergency in town and didn't know or care about my broken tail light. But it soon became clear that he was heading right for me. I slammed on the gas, thanking God I hadn't turned off the engine. But it wasn't enough, as the grill of the old patrol car slammed hard into the back of my truck, jarring my head forward into the steering wheel with a sharp knock that left blood dripping down my face from a small cut above my eyebrow. The first thoughts that went through my mind after I could think at all were, of course, that the officer had some kind of medical emergency behind the wheel and needed help. But as I looked back at the cop who was already backing up, something came over me that I cannot explain. Some animal part of my brain, some hunter's instinct from our mammoth killing days told me to run. And when there was no doubt that the car was lining up to make another run, that is exactly what I did. I hit 80 as fast as I could, and that old patrol car was matching my speed exactly. It was then that I realized that I could only hear the roar of my own engine, and not the V8 growl of his. The story of the silent patrol car came back to me from its childhood tomb, and pushed my needle even farther into the red, as blood flowed thicker now into my eye, half blinding me as I raced. I was going 100 by the time I could see the lights of town through the woods, and had no plans on stopping. That gnarled old tree that had killed its share of drunks was rushing up on me, and I honestly didn't care if I made it past or died in the attempt. Now, as I write this in hindsight with an ice pack on my head and a cigarette in my hand, I find it hard to believe what happened to me. I want to rationalize this. I try to, but I can't. I know what I saw, and I know I'm not crazy. When I shot past that tree and onto Main Street like a bullet, I watched in the mirror as the patrol car behind me, never slowing, reached the tree and then, like the flick of a switch, was gone. One moment it was there, and the next there was nothing but straight, empty blacktop behind me for as far as the eye could see. I never slowed until I screamed up my driveway and stumbled blindly into my bathroom to puke. But when with shaking hands I reached for the lighter in my pocket, I found a crumpled sheet of old yellow paper, a speeding ticket dated 1974. So I warn you now, whomever and wherever you may be, not to disregard the stories you heard as kids. Oh, most of them are probably nonsense. In your case, maybe all of them. But let this stand as a warning that not all are fiction. Some are corruptions of explainable events. Others are fables meant to teach a lesson. But somewhere out there in the night, there are a few that are nothing but the unvarnished truth.